influence, perhaps, or smaller influence, but certainly big impact. So how can you get rid of it?
They'll be nonsensical at this stage, having had a win against, of all people, Spain in the manner like this.
Well, basically, this has just killed whatever plan there was to get rid of it, I would say.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well done, Portugal. That is fantastic achievement for them to win on penalties. As I said, in the last decade, look what they won.
It's remarkable. You know what I'm looking at?
Neither team wanted to lose it, but especially what has made Spain different and winning more often is to finish. That's the difference.
So there's not a lot wrong with Spain, I'm thinking about for the next 12 months going to the World Cup in the USA.
I don't know whether Yamal probably, I looked at him and he was probably outmarked by Mendes, who was absolutely outstanding.
Who's done that to everybody all season.
Yeah, and like we said yesterday, football's defined by your match winners, and ultimately I don't think Spain in the final third, as you just mentioned there, probably the game. You can control the game, you can have possession, but at times you need the individuals, spoke about it yesterday, today, to step up and get those magic moments. And look, Portugal have got the squad depth and they've played the moments better today.
I mean, he's 40. We don't know what his club future is, Ronaldo, but he got the equaliser here. He's backing the goals after a blank.
But there is no doubt either that he loves Portugal, he loves to be part of the national side. He has made a big thing by, as I said earlier, backing up Roberto Martinez. The team has got the balance that he wants. He has the importance that, yes, he deserves historically, but it's an importance that's backed up by goals. So you have to be happy for Cristiano, and as you say, you have to back up these two teams.
League, maybe because England got relegated, Scotland went in Tier A, and now England are back in Tier A. Watching this, I'm hoping they're thinking, actually, this is proper stuff. England are playing proper opponents, not this autumn, because that's World Cup qualifiers next autumn of 26. This is a proper trophy. We want to be part of this.
That's why I said to you, look how serious this is taken. And from an England's perspective, you want to be playing in these big games and these big moments because it prepares you, yes, for this, but for World Cups, for European Championships. These moments at latter stage of the tournaments, this is what it feels like. And the more you get used to it, the easier and better it is in those moments.
And the more you want it.
Yeah.
Or Spurs is a different case anyway. But you win this and you get used to winning, and winning breeds winning. OK, you can also say that I see the faces of the Spanish.
Didn't see that coming, thinking this is quite a punt.
I think it was more so just off of the Belgium national team. That's where it was kind of like, right, so you're going from that golden generation. Obviously won this competition now, but he will be absolutely judged after this at that World Cup.
The youth coming through, he's been involved in all of that, and as a consequence, he knows what's coming through. He knows the strengths of the team. He even sings the national anthem of Portugal, being Spanish.
He sang it very heartily. Didn't he? Look, Pepe, Pepe. That's fantastic to see. And there'll be a few Spanish fans in there, of course, who are Real Madrid fans. They'll enjoy seeing Pepe there as well. That's fantastic. I mean, he has done really well, Martinez, with the whole Ronaldo thing. As we said at the end of the Euros, we hadn't scored.
Yeah.
I think surely somebody has to be big enough to go, you're a legend, you can't do it anymore.
No, in the first...
whatever the conversations were,
He did the thing that I guess you're supposed to do. The first trip when he gets selected, his travel, wherever Cristiano Ronaldo is, talk to him and said to him, you are to be my number 9, my main star, my captain. Next, he had to say that publicly, and he said it in the press conference, Cristiano Ronaldo is here to stay.
Lamine Yamal may win the battle. He may well do.
This guy, though.
But that guy, Nuno Mendes, has been absolutely sensational all season. I think he's the player of the finals. I think this is what he's getting here, the player of the finals. He has been sensational all season. You said it at half-time. Salah, Saka, all these players, in the final of the weekend.
Wing backs to deal with Inter Milan, and then obviously tonight.
Back into the corner flag.
Yeah, and then look, you love seeing him burst forward. I mean, he's got the beat, and what a joy to have him in your team.
Look at that lovely bashful smile. That's fantastic. He deserves all the plaudits, Gia.
Yeah, he's been absolutely fantastic. Top 10 of Ballon d'Or. You'll see him there, I imagine, because, of course, he was involved in the Champions League final as well, and he has been superb. We'll see him in the Club World Cup. There is all of that. But in terms of learning, I tell you, somebody that will learn from tonight, Lamine Yamal, who was totally anonymous, couldn't see how to beat not only Mendes, but generally the defensive setup of Portugal. He'll have to think of ways of doing this, even if it is attract players and allow others to shine. He wasn't his game, one in which he wanted to be important, and he wasn't today.
Maybe referee. Refereed well tonight.
Very, very well. There was, I don't think, any player that will come out upset with the referee for any reason. And that is obviously a 10 out of 10 from a referee that allow play to continue. In the big decisions, he was right. He didn't need much help from VAR. He saw it all, and he was very, very well helped by the assistants.
You don't want the referee to be the main character of tonight. So, yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it, that flow.
Absolutely. Well, I think, you know, it's very easy to be critical of sports administrators. I mean, especially in football. But do you want Nations League or do you want a bunch of friends?
Better. I think these teams are getting a step ahead from the rest because they compete in this way. And that's bad news for perhaps even the likes of England that won't have the opportunity to play against this level of opposition.
Absolutely.
When something matters.
Absolutely, that's right. Let's go back to the Allianz then for the trophy presentation itself. Andros Townsend and Seb Hutchinson.
Yes, thank you. Of course, it must be remembered that it was just a saved penalty, saved by Diogo Costa from Alvaro Morata on that particular occasion. The difference between these two sides in the end. Luis de la Fuente, though, it must be remembered. Great success in his spell with Spain, winning the Euros last year after winning the Nations League as well. Spain so successful in recent years, and even reaching this final, a mark of their success. And we look at this picture overall, you can't read too much into this as far as the World Cup next year, can you?
Absolutely not. Spain have lost tonight, but in the main they were probably the better side. Other than Portugal had a few moments, Spain controlled the first half, most of the first half. Early second half, they were in complete control. Portugal had the end of the second half and the first half of extra time. So, yeah, it's definitely not going to take too much out of this for the World Cup, because I'm sure Spain is still the favourites going into that, especially with the young players they've got coming through.
That position would have been strengthened, but right now it's about the winners. Roberto Martinez leading Portugal. They won in 2019. Not that long after they won the Euros in 2016. And Diogo Costa with the key moment, the defining moment of the match, saving from Alvaro Morata. Nuno Mendes heading the plaudits for his display, not just in this final, but this season as well, adding this trophy to the Champions League title. And Pepe getting a good reception from the Portuguese supporters and the manager and players as well. Alexander Ceferin putting the medals round the necks of these Portuguese players. And the substitutes made a difference as well in this match.
I think that was the big thing for Portugal, the substitutes and the speed in which Martinez changed it. The two at half-time, definitely taking off João Neves in that sort of false right-back position, bringing on Semedo, who not only defensively did a great job, but going forward created havoc, getting himself into positions which he was having to occupy Spanish defenders. And then in the second half, when Spain really had the dominance.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo has a hold of that trophy. Portugal have a hold of that trophy again. The winners of the UEFA Nations League in 2025. Portugal.
We'll take a break, and in the last part we'll wrap things up on a very special night for Portugal.